Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, guys. Come on in. Come on in, guys. Please let me know if you can hear me when you join the video, okay? So I wanted to come on here and just make this video very quickly and to inform you guys what I was saying in the video that I posted from earlier today, because I just think people really don't understand how competitive the DMV real estate market is right now. And I have a few of you guys that I know for a fact have already gotten a pre-approval and you're already qualified to buy a house, but you are sitting on the fence for whatever reason. Number one, that's totally normal, especially if this is the first time that you are buying a home. It is very normal to be afraid of what the buying process looks like. But guys, do not get tricked out your bag. You know, I started a series talking about that, telling you, I'm sorry, my watch is like going off, telling y'all don't get tricked out your bag, because there is this trend on, I believe I saw it on TikTok, where a bunch of people are so overwhelmed with the price of home ownership that instead of getting professional advice, and yeah, maybe they could be overwhelmed with the current house that they're living in, but it doesn't mean that they have to sell their house and become a renter, okay? You can, welcome to the video. Let me know in the comments if you can hear me. I can't see who's on with us, so I'm just gonna keep going, but I just wanted you guys to know that you cannot get tricked out of your bag. The real estate market in DC, Maryland, and Virginia is hyper competitive, okay? I know that a lot of people are waiting to see what's going to happen with the elections to determine whether or not they're going to buy or not buy. Again, we were talking about the trend that is current on TikTok, where people are talking about selling their houses and becoming renters again. I already made 2 videos diving into that topic, and in the DMV, it does not make economical sense to be a renter unless you're unsure if you are going to live. I hope we're still here. I don't know what that was about. But in the DMV, it does not make sense to rent unless you don't know if you're going to be in this area any longer, or if you are planning to move within the next 2 years. That's fine to rent if you fall into that predicament. But if you are somebody that needs to be in your home for 3+ years in the DMV, it's going to make sense for you to buy. And so I am just super excited because the client that I was working with today, he's just motivated me, because number one, he has been looking for a home for the last 4 years. And I wasn't his agent. Today was the first day that I worked with him. I showed him a property, and he's considering writing an offer. It's a very competitive property. It's only been in the market for 20 hours, but I am super inspired by him because he's a 31-year-old single man, and he gets it. He understands that renting is not where it's at. Also, even though he has not had luck, he hasn't given up on the home buying journey. Y'all, this is why I came live right now. And I got to tell people that are pre-approved, because I helped a couple buy a house recently, right? And they were in the same price point, under $450. And it took us 6 months. And let me tell you, my buyers were highly qualified buyers. And they were also, hey, Makisha, they were also highly motivated buyers. We wrote offers almost every property that we looked at. But because the market is so competitive, they always got overbid, outbid. I mean, I remember there was one property. Let me let you know when it gets competitive, because a lot of people don't know real estate. And like I said in the video that I posted earlier today, you can't be asking non-professionals for real estate advice in today's market. Today's market is very competitive. It's so competitive that you have to work with a professional. Not only is it competitive, but in today's market, the buyer is responsible for paying their real estate commission, okay, paying your agent's commission. Yes, I can negotiate getting your commission from the seller, but it doesn't take the liability away from you, the buyer, if the seller decides that they're not going to pay your buyer's agent fee. That is game changing, okay? This has not happened in 100 years. The seller has always paid buyer's agent and seller's agent, y'all. So when I tell you that you can't afford to be taking advice from people that have not purchased a home, I'm going to say in the last 3 years, and that's being generous, because the market is completely different from what it was 3 years ago. And I know a lot of people are like, oh, well, I want to see who wins the election before I decide to buy my house. Y'all, that does not make sense in the DMV. If you have a pre-approval and you decided to get out the market because you weren't winning any offers, or things just seemed, hey, Courtney Boo, what you talking about? Girl, I have to have the microphone because I'm in the basement. Everybody's upstairs and I need y'all to hear me. I had it on all day. But anyways, back to the video. I need y'all to know, because I know a lot of people that I was working with, y'all got pre-approvals and you decided to sit out because it's so competitive. I want you to know that that's okay, but I don't want you guys to miss the opportunity that is out here. All right? I know a lot of people are getting excited because, you know, we hear presidents and maybe our future presidents talking about home buying grants and giving people $25,000. I think that's what Kamala's plan is. And maybe she's talking about building more houses. Y'all, let me let you know, as a professional, you don't want to wait for that to happen to decide that now you're going to go buy a house. Number one, we already have thousands of down payment assistance programs available that are going to give you $25,000 plus. In DC, Maryland, and Virginia, DC has the most money for home buyers. DC has programs that will give you up to $200,000. Hear me when I tell you, you don't have to wait to find out who the next president is to buy your house. Okay. Number two, if any one of our future presidents, whether it be Trump or Kamala, and honestly, they do not control the rates, okay? The rates are controlled by the feds, okay? So you want to pay attention to Colin Powell, what's his name? Someone put his name on there. Colin Powell, Travis Powell, somebody with the last name Powell. The feds are the ones that control the rates, okay? When we're talking about interest rates. If the interest rates come down any more than they already have, y'all, it is going to be a super competitive market, more so than it already is, which means it's not only going to make it harder for you to win an offer, it's going to also make it more expensive, because when the market is competitive, you have to you have to offer more than what the sellers are asking for in order to win the offer. Okay, y'all? I think you should be following what I'm saying, that if you have it in your heart that you want to buy a house and you've already spoken with the lender, or maybe you're like, Vicky, you know what? Yes, I want to know if I qualify, connect me with your lender. Let's do that, because the more time goes on, and if in fact Kamala becomes president or Trump becomes president and they start giving people money to buy houses, it's going to get crazy. Because in the DMV, we don't have a money problem. In the DMV, we have a demand problem. We have more buyers than we have homes for the buyers, okay? So right now, depending on what your price point is and where you're looking to buy, right now I'm seeing competitive multiple offers on properties. And in some areas, you can still get closing costs covered from the seller. You can still get the seller to pay your buyer's agent commission. But y'all, when the market gets competitive, and if they start giving people money, hear me when I tell you, because there's already grants out here. There's already money out here for buyers. But when they start pouring more money into the market like Trump did in 2019, it's going to be more expensive for you, because the difference between now and 2019 is that back then the sellers paid the realtor commission for the buyer. In today's market, 2024 and beyond, you, the buyer, are responsible for that commission. I don't want to keep talking in circles because my battery is very low, but my handsome client today, he is the reason why y'all are seeing my face, because talking to him and meeting with him really reminded me of how difficult it can be for some people. Like I said, especially if you're looking for a house $500,000 and below, it's very competitive in the DMV, because if you just go on Zillow, I want you to go on Zillow and I want you to see what $450,000 is going to get you in the area that you want to buy, right? $450,000 is not a lot of money in the DMV. There aren't a lot of properties that are, aesthetically appealing, that are move-in ready, that are in the desirable area. You need to start looking to see what's on the market. And for my friends and family that have pre-approval, y'all, you will be getting an email, a text message, a DM from me, because that house we went to today, I literally had to wait to show it to him. And we had a little moment like a few weeks ago where I was seeing price, not a few weeks ago, like a week or two ago, home prices were coming down, like in Stafford, Fredericksburg, Waldorf, like Charles County. The further away from DC, I was seeing home prices come down. There were some properties in Arlington, but we already know Arlington is over $1 million. Silver Spring, the properties that I was looking at, over $1 million. But here's the thing, in Silver Spring, competitive market. Potomac, Maryland, competitive market. So I'm just here to motivate y'all that are sitting on the fence. I need you to start. If you don't want to contact me yet, I appreciate you for not wasting my time. But when you are ready and get in my DM. In the meantime, go on Zillow. Fact check me, okay? Go on Zillow and start looking at the houses that are active. Look to see how long they're staying on the market. Look to see what you can get hypothetically if you are approved for a $450,000 loan, a $500,000 loan, $800,000. I can say that over $600,000, you might be okay depending on the area. Like I said, Montgomery County, Arlington, Fairfax, DC, still super competitive. But my client that I met with today, just having the opportunity to work with him reminded me that I got to tell my people that are on the fence, no, let's put a plan together so that you're not out here trying to buy a house when everybody else is trying to buy a house in the spring. All right, guys, I am so happy for all of you that joined me. And if you have any questions, y'all, this is the video for you to leave the questions on, or you can send me a message in my DM and I'll send you my phone number. But I think my phone number is on my cover page or on my bio. Y'all know I've been off of Facebook for 2 years and it's completely different now. But yeah, today was very eye-opening for me because my client, he been looking for a house for 4 years. And I'm not even going to blame the realtors before me, because I had a couple that I worked with before. We ended up buying a house in Fairfax, but it took us 6 months. And y'all, they were highly motivated, just like the guy that I met with today, highly motivated, because if you know, you can't really afford to rent in our area. The average rent is like $2,600 and you're looking at a 2-bedroom apartment. All right. So if you're going to pay that much, you might as well buy a house. But I ain't going to bore y'all. Watch this video, share this video. You don't know who you know that needs this information. Courtney, I'm not going to say your last name, but Courtney girl, I love you. Mwah. And Miss Rita, I see you. Aria, I see you. Let me see who else joined me. David, I see you. Makisha, I see you. Y'all, if I missed you, I'm sorry. I'm learning this whole thing all over again, but I love y'all and thank you so much. Because yeah, just thank you. But the people that know that you have already spoken to me, y'all, just know that I'm gonna be sending you a message, and I don't want you to feel obligated to do anything, but I just want you to know, start looking. Even if you don't go out with me, start looking on Zillow, because things are changing. And I have a feeling that regardless if the president is Trump or Kamala, because they both are talking about giving people money to buy houses, I got a feeling it's going to make things harder, y'all. Shake off that negative vibration. Shake off those limited beliefs that are telling you that you can't buy, or telling you that now isn't the time. If you have a pre-approval and you're ready to purchase and you know you want to live where you are for the next 3 years plus, don't get tricked out your bag, because if you wait till the spring, you wait till the summer, it's going to cost you. It's going to cost you. All right. I told y'all, don't say I ain't tell y'all. All right, guys. Bye.